Hello and welcome to Tuesday's programme.
Coming up tonight between now and 6:30.
Good evening. A woman from Cambourne who has 2 wombs has defied the odds by giving birth to healthy twins.
Jennifer Ashford discovered she had the incredibly rare condition during a scan with a baby in each of her separate wombs. The odds of a pregnancy like this are said to be 500 million to 1. Grace Pascoe reports.
Now, next on this evening's programme, a mother whose son died off the coast of Newquay is backing an RNLI safety campaign after it was revealed that 90% of those who drown in our seas are young men.
Tracy Miller's son Anthony died when he went swimming with friends in 2014. He's one of 19 people to have died in the month of August in the past 5 years. Steve Hardy has this report. Let's have a look at some other news now. Taunton bus station is closed after a man's body was found near Goodland Gardens.
Devon and Cornwall Police helicopter and 2 drones have been used to search for a suspect following a police car chase from St Budo to Crown Hill. Police were first.
A 2-year-old girl may need plastic surgery after she was bitten in the face by a dog in Dorchester. Now, people who rent beach huts in Paignton say they're outraged after being told they must now buy the huts or risk losing them.
The council's looking to sell them to save on maintenance costs, but tenants say the price being asked is based solely on their location and not their condition. Richard Lawrence has this report.
Nearly 3/4 of young carers here in the southwest say they feel lonely during the summer holidays as there's less support available.
We've been speaking to a 14-year-old girl from Carlisle Bay in Cornwall who cares for her younger disabled brother but feels cut off from her friends out of term time. Here's Nick Smith.
And you're watching ITV News here in the West Country with John T and Kylie. Thanks for joining us. Still to come on tonight's programme before 6:30, we look back.
And after us, the ITV News continues with the national and the international stories at 6:30. Mary Nightingale has the details.
But next, Boardmasters starts tomorrow and thousands of people will be heading to Newquay to make the most of the music festival.
Last year's event, though, was...
Well, George's sister Nicole and his best friend Morgan are here to tell us more. So, Nicole, a year ago, you were all together as a family with George.
Yeah, so a year ago today, it was my dad's 50th birthday, which was the last time we were together as a family.
Does it feel like a long time ago since then and all that you've been through since then?
Yes and no. I think I relived those 5 days where from when we found out to when he died over and over and over again in my head. So to imagine that there's like nearly a year between now and then is really hard to believe. But when we think about everything that we've done, it's quite amazing what we've done in such a short space of time.
Including this bike ride from London to Paris, which starts next Wednesday. Morgan, you are part of the 5-man team that's setting off next Wednesday. During that cycle ride, George's anniversary, marking his death, will be marked while you guys are on your bikes. What's going to be going through your mind over those few days? Because you're doing it for an amazing reason, but obviously in the back of your mind, of course, George all the time.
Yes, it's going to be very upsetting for the team of 5 of us cycling out towards Paris, but I think with the motivation of all our friends in the UK celebrating his anniversary together, I think that will give us the push, and having George in our head to get up the hills, that would be the only way we're going to be making it to Paris.
Talking about hills, Nicole, you haven't really cycled before, have you? This is going to be a challenge for you.
None of us have, actually, yeah. So all 5 of us started cycling when we decided we were going to do this.
And what are you raising money for? Just tell us about that.
Meningitis research. Both Meningitis Now and Meningitis Research have been amazing, and money will go to both. But money's going towards the charities to help fund the trials to see if the vaccine for Men B will stop herd immunity and be effective.
Just very briefly, what would George think of what you're both doing?
What do you think? You think we're crazy?
Yeah, he had a fear of cycling himself, couldn't actually ride a bike. So for us to be cycling, it's going to be an achievement for us, and hopefully for George once we get past that finish line.
I'm sure he'll enjoy us watching us struggle.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
I'm sure he'll be massively proud of you both as well. Thank you so much for telling us about it, and good luck.
Thank you.
Now, it is a tough time for the brewing industry with a decline in beer sales over the last 2 decades, but one sector is bucking the trend.
The St Austell Brewery in Cornwall say as people's tastes are changing, craft beers are becoming more popular. They are one of many West Country brewers at the Great British Beer Festival, from where Kevin Ashford sent this report.
Now, with forecasters predicting that the warm and dry weather could last well into the autumn, it's time to cast your mind back to another sweltering summer more than 4 decades ago.
Yes, the last time the West Country saw such a prolonged hot spell was all the way back in 1976. But how does 2018's heatwave compare? Sam Blackledge has this report.
Rather than frying an egg on a car there, I think we could have done that a couple of weeks ago.
I think you're right, yeah.
Tried.
And I always keep telling myself we'll all be moaning when the rain comes.
Exactly, you've got to try to enjoy it.
While it lasts. And Charlie Powell has joined us in the studio to give us the weather forecast. Saw pictures from 1976, very comparable to 2018. But could the heatwave be about to end?
It might be. We saw yesterday the jet stream is starting to work its way southwards. That will introduce something a bit cool.
For now, thanks very much indeed. Now, before we go, let's remind you of the main headlines here in the West Country this evening, and a woman with...
And that's it from us this evening. Don't forget the late news is on at the usual time of 10:30.
After the break, the ITV News continues with Mary Nightingale. Bye-bye.